Tonight on the Cooligans, it has been one whole year since we've been working from home. Okay. All right. We'll try to, I guess, cry through most of this episode while we're talking about all the latest soccer news. Also, well, let's talk a little bit about Arsène Wenger and how he's getting involved in the U.S. men's national team.
That's right. Plus, we talked to Adam McKola. You know him from Stretford Paddock. You know him from the kickoff. You know him from yelling at everybody whenever somebody brings up United. And we actually tried to get him really upset. I don't know if it worked. You'll find out. Plus, we also talked to him about the royal family. And I think you're going to be surprised by his reaction. That and more today on the Cooligans. Yeah, baby!
Yes. Whoa, that was the phlegmiest yeah, baby, I think we've ever had.
You know, actually, no phlegm. It's just my vocal cords saying stop.
Okay, Miley Cyrus. Nice.
Ooh, you think I'll have a sultry voice by the end of this?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Cooligans. My name is Christian Polanco.
That's right. I'm Alexis Guerreros.
Okay, we are your favorite stand-up comedians that host the funniest soccer show that has ever lived right here on Fubo Sports Network.
I also happens to be the gulliest show that's ever lived right here on Fubo Sports Network.
Okay, all right. Now we've fulfilled our contractual obligation to say Fubo Sports Network several times. Okay.
Oh, was that the contractual obligation to say Fubo Sports Network at least 4 times?
Correct, Alexis. That was it. So excited about today's show. We have an absolutely incredible guest coming in, all from the United Kingdom. Adam McKola of Stretford Paddock. If you're a Manchester United fan, that's probably why you're tuning in to see what Adam has to say. You know,
right?
I don't think
he's going to be interviewed by Oprah because he also is no longer a member of the royal family. You know?
Okay, we're getting everybody kicked out of there.
All right.
So yeah, I excited about today.
You know why I'm excited? Because I just realized you look like Spinelli from the cartoon Recess.
Okay, I'll take it.
Remember Pamela Adlon was the boy? Yo, you look exactly like.
I'm letting it come out of the back a little bit over here, right?
Yeah,
you know?
I like this though. You got a real backup dancer for Mark Anthony vibe going right now.
Okay, wow. Well, do you have posters? Have you seen the posters in my bedroom? How'd you know?
Yeah, I looked up and there they were.
So, thank you for the compliment.
Of course, I got you.
I'm excited about today's show. Obviously, we have an incredible guest, and we have to talk about a crazy weekend in the Premier League. Obviously, there's the teams that we're used to seeing succeed and thrive, obviously, teams that just won the Premier League last year, teams that, won Champions League recently. We tend to think that they will continue with that success. But Liverpool,
especially when you make the investments that they've made.
Liverpool have dealt with a lot of injuries, a lot of just general, just poor performances. But now it's
also a little bit of a dose of the not giving a shit anymore. You know what I mean? It seems like that's kind of going through the team a little bit.
Yeah, they're just like, you know what? We've been, they're done without, when fans arrive, we'll turn it back on. Okay?
Yeah. I mean, who are we really doing this for if not for ourselves? You know?
But no, I think the questions. So Liverpool just lost to Fulham. It's their 6th loss at Anfield in a row. Everton was one of those 6 that contributed to that.
What a shock that you brought that up.
Okay. So just had to get that in there.
Remind everybody.
But I think the conversation, and we're starting to see some rumblings of, is Jürgen Klopp on the hot seat? Has
he lost the locker room? And it's fair, right? I think it's a fair question to ask. After 6 losses in a row at home, which used to be impenetrable, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Now, penetrable.
Interesting angle you've taken.
What are your thoughts on that?
Can if this mic wasn't attached, I would drop it. Okay.
But now easily penetrable. Whatever the term is for they lost 6 in a row. Now all of a sudden, I feel like it's dumb to consider firing him. But I think it's smart to go have a conversation and be like, hey, yo, my man, you gonna fix this though, right? If you're the owners.
Because it seems to be getting worse and worse week after week. Look, I think it's to think that you would get rid of honestly a great manager like Jürgen Klopp with the results that he's brought the club. It sounds crazy to talk about, but then how long is the leash of we've had a couple injuries. Regardless of how many injuries you have, you should beat Fulham if you're Liverpool. I know Everton just lost to Fulham a couple weeks ago, but we're not talking about that right now, okay?
You got to beat the trash teams, regardless of how injured you are. Just imagine your team where every starter was injured. That's Fulham. You know what I
mean? The fact that that they couldn't come back from even to get a draw against Fulham. There are teams that Fulham, they're fighting relegation and stuff like that. So you understand that they're going to play with a lot of heart and a lot of energy. But you got Mo Salah, you got Sadio Mane. You have enough players that are very good to beat a full strength Fulham squad. That's
you won Champions League.
yes, and it's Champions League. Yeah,
the closest Fulham has gotten to that is winning the championship. You know what I
mean? Is it? I guess I don't know. I guess it's not unfair to kind of have these questions because Jürgen Klopp, even in post game matches, post game interviews, he is having he's less like upset and he's getting less like I guess like impassioned about the performances. He's like more
he does seem disconnected.
Yeah, it's like disconnected, disgusted a little bit. He's just like I don't know what these fools are doing. He's like, I'm telling them what to do. I
didn't tell them to do this. They're out there on their own.
The players that have replaced some of the injured players are just, simply put, they're just not good enough, right? Like
they're not good enough.
The players that
you dodged the bullet, Aaron Long. Well, I don't know if you saw Steven Gerrard's out here doing belly flops in the locker room over at Rangers. Rangers won for the first time since before they got dropped to the 4th division in Scotland, which begs the question, does Scotland need a 4th division? We've seen what the bottom table of the 1st division is doing. Maybe people are talking about he comes back, he's a legend. Maybe the owners are like, hey, we're gonna make him an assistant. Don't worry, Klopp. He's not here to take your job. Nah, he's just here. This is the new nanny.
Steven Gerrard, I don't even remember. He played here. I didn't even really. I just thought he had a great notebook that I really liked that had great tactics in it.
Yeah. I don't know why he just slipped my mind sometimes, but he's here. Terrible slip joke. But do you think they replace Klopp with Steven Gerrard? Do you think Steven Gerrard has proven that he can?
I think look, I'll say, I don't know when Klopp leaves, but I think the next manager of Liverpool will probably be Steven Gerrard. Who knows when that happens, but I think he's next in line.
All right, well, we'll see if you're right or wrong, Spinelli. We'll be back with more after this.
Hey guys, it's Zach Steffen, and I just kicked it with the Cooligans.
Yeah, baby, we're back on the Cooligans Living Room FC. And Christian, I just realized this. By the time this airs on Thursday, it will be the 1-year anniversary of us working from home.
Yes.
I miss you, man.
I miss you too, bro.
I just want to hold you. Oh wait, we should talk about our pregame ritual.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, it's been an insane year. It feels like now there's some light at the end of the tunnel, especially
I just got my vaccine.
You just got the first dose of your vaccine. I mean,
Let's go.
Not
Pfizer.
Okay.
And people are freaking out thinking like, oh, it's Steve Jobs or whatever. What's his name? Bill Gates. And this is the Microsoft.
Steve Jobs is back? Wow.
He's alive because of the vaccine. No, everyone's like, Bill Gates, Microsoft, you're going to get a chip in you. It's not true. Look, when I went to sleep, I heard the Windows 95 music. I think that's a little weird. But for the most part.
You know what? But I'll adjust, okay?
I think we're fine. It's nice to know when I go to bed, Dude, I feel perfectly fine. My arm was definitely sore. It definitely had a little bit of swelling in the injection point, which they said was you should expect. Also, go get it. Go get the vaccine, guys. It was handled perfectly. They were all Air Force soldiers there, handling and hearing it in Brooklyn. It was done with the utmost care and speed. They have people there if you have any worries that you could talk to that will explain to you what the side effects might be, which is, you might feel a little sick after your first one. I felt a little tired, but I was fine. After the second one, you're supposed to feel a little like kind of light flu symptoms for 2 days. Some people have it worse than others, but for the most part, they made you as comfortable as possible. Please go get this vaccine. Let's make this over so we can actually attend the 2026 World Cup when it happens, okay?
That would be lovely. Yeah, it'd be a bit rough if we're dealing with this for another 5 years because, Karen doesn't want to wear a mask at the store.
If I'm wearing an outbreak suit because you don't want to put a piece of cloth on your face, I'm going to fight all of you like they did at that Bath & Body Works, okay?
It was Bed Bath & Beyond, but okay. Oh, was it Bath & Body Works? Oh, I don't know.
I think it was a Bath & Body Works. It was a lot of lotions. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, look, both places are great places to have a fight. Anyway. A good scrap, okay?
One slipperier than the other, but a good place to throw down.
But we should talk about...
you might as well lotion your hands before you throw them. You know what I mean?
You don't want to get stuck on somebody's tooth or something,
Yo, she just punched me in the face, but honestly, her fist smelled amazing. What is that? Is that cucumber?
So we were talking about the World Cup and the 2026 obviously it's gonna be in North America and we want to talk about it just because Arsène Wenger is in the news talking about
trying to get the gig for the men's national team. He's
coming for Berhalter's neck, bro. What is it?
My man is like, it's like someone talking about your girl in front of you. You know what I mean? You're like, yo, my man, have some respect, dude.
He's like,
keep it to the group chat.
He's like, yo, that U.S. men's national team look real good. I hope you take care of them. You know?
Right? He's like, yo, like, I don't know if something were to happen, between the two of y'all. I'm just saying, I think we might make a great fit because you so fit. You know what I mean?
But Arsène Wenger did, in an interview in France, did mention that he was kind of impressed with the U.S. men's national team, and he thinks that they're going to be a much better and much more threatening squad, and have a better chance to do well in the tournament in 2026 in particular. I mean, what about 2022, Arsene? I mean, come on.
That's a good training ground. You know what I mean? Like, let's see how good we do in Qatar. You know what I mean? And hopefully by the time 2026 comes, Arsène Wenger is right. Because if not, I'm going to be Wenger out of the men's national team before you even get in. You know what I mean?
It's just, you're going to have the billboards and the banners and everything. You're going to take a full page ad out on Wenger out on a job he doesn't even have yet.
And look, we're both Berhalter fans, but let's say things go awry and there's no... there's a lack of success with the men's national team, right? Nutmeg already interested in the conversation. How would you feel about someone like Wenger being the men's national team coach? Do you think that would be a good move?
You'd be crazy to say no, right?
Right, you'd have to. Just his name. All these dual nationals like Yunus Musa, who could pick Italy, England, Ghana, or the U.S. Bruh, Arsène Wenger calls you with his amazing, cute French accent. He's like, I would like you to play. I'd be like, yes, whatever that is. I'll play fetch, whatever you want me to play.
You don't got to finish that sentence, okay?
Bro, I'm there. Where are we eating snails?
All right, we got a lot more coming right up, so come right back.
Hi, my name's Hayley Rasso, Everton Women, and I just kicked it with the Cooligans.
Welcome back to the Cooligans Living Room FC, and make sure to stick around. We will be talking to Adam McKola of Stretford Paddock. All right, we were talking about Arsène Wenger a little bit. He is also in the news, not just for fawning over the U.S. men's national team. He has spoken about the offside rule. If people are not,
he got some ideas.
If people are not aware, Arsène Wenger is he is currently the chief of global football development for FIFA. So he's working. Not the video game. He's working for the big old FIFA.
Right? The one it's named after,
Okay. And this is the suggestion that he made. He said he wants to change the offside rule that would see a player deemed onside if any part of them that can score a goal is in line with the second to last defender, obviously.
So it switches, as opposed to if any part of your body is offside, any part of your body that can score a goal is offside, you're offside too. If any part of your body is still onside, you're not offside.
Yeah, which would, I think that definitely comes from the issue, especially in the Premier League, where we see the
minuscule offside VAR lines.
Yeah, and it's just like it when it gets to that point when it's literally just like millimeters of a difference. Most people just feel it ruins the game because we would rather see a goal than not see a goal. Obviously, if it helps your team, of course you would like to support it. But in general, it takes away from a little bit of the entertainment of the game.
Also, here's the thing. I feel like it's great that we're thinking about the offside rule because I honestly just get rid of VAR for offside. I think that probably makes more sense than not. Because if it's not visible to the naked eye, then it probably shouldn't really count. Because you have a toe offside. Like, come on, you know what I mean? Like, I think we're going too far. But also, if you change the rule to be like, well, if any part of it, strikers are just going to take advantage of that, and now that minuscule line is going to be on the other shoulder. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's going to be the back foot. I don't think it. You know what I mean? I don't think it's necessarily going to make this go away. It's just going to make it for the opposite side. You know what I mean? Like, you're still going to push the boundaries.
I just don't see the necessity of the geometric line. Like, just get rid of that. Have the ref look at it. If they can, from the replay that they see, that we all see, if they think it's offside, or they think it's like whatever, like let them just decide based on, stop bringing all this algebra into all the. I don't need all that. But then you think about the company that is selling this product to FIFA and to the leagues that are like,
and they're mad at us right now.
Yeah, why are you getting away with our money? All right,
yo, son, you messing up my bag now, and that's not fair. And he puts the lines of how far his fist is from my head, But here's what I think. I think instead of video assistant referee, we should have a vibes check. You know what I mean? Like, okay, did he score or did he not? I don't know. What's the vibes? You know what I mean? Are you gonna ruin the vibes if you come out here snitching?
It was a boring tap in. I was offside. Nah.
That's offside, yo. Nobody want to see that.
You got to do a little bit more than that. You got to go from the vibe king, okay? All right? So the other thing we did want to mention as well, and we'll take more time, as it comes up, the matches start, but the Challenge Cup, that makes excited. The Challenge Cup has been announced. The NWSL Challenge Cup will be happening starting April 9th. The first match will be between the Chicago Red Stars and the champion Houston Dash. So it's going to be exciting.
And we got more. We got Adam McKola when we get back right after this. All right, and we're back on the Cooligans Living Room FC. And Christian, our guest, is finally here, all the way from across the pond.
Okay, that's right. It's a pretty big pond, though.
We're putting that transatlantic cable to work. You know what I mean? Because he's looking crispy too. You guys will see in a second. But I'm a big fan of this dude. Some would say he's the Alexis of England. Right?
Some meaning look in the you say that when you look in the mirror, right?
Right. Racially ambiguous, got a dope beard, known for being loud right away. But this dude is like when we talk about I don't even know, because you can't really call him a pundit, right? He's more of like a soccer personality, right? But when you talk about folks like this that sort of have built their career adjacent to the game, right? You got to get someone with passion. And when you think passion, you think turning bright red the moment anyone says anything about your squad. And that's my man. Absolutely amazing. You know him from Stretford Paddock. You know him from Adam McKola TV. You know him from True Geordie. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. And if you're driving, pull over, pull up the e-brake, put your hands together for the one. Oh, I'm sorry, handbrake. Is he from England? Put your hands together for the one, the only Adam McKola, everybody.
Yo, what's happening, people? Thank you for having me, Alexis Christian, man. Big fan of the Cooligans, and it's so good to be here.
Thank you, absolutely honored, man. Thank you so much. I mean, look, before we start talking about football and soccer, you know, we'll have that debate, you know, when necessary. But you are the first British person that we are speaking to since the bombshell interview between Harry and Meghan aired in the United States. I don't know what's going on in the UK
Is
right now.
Oprah banned from England?
You're going to get me in trouble with this, you know. I'm not going to be able to leave my house. I try not to speak about the royal family at home.
Just
I don't like those guys, man. I don't like those guys, man. I don't like the royal family, man.
Okay.
I'm an anti-monarchy kind of guy, but why? This ain't nothing new. We've known about these guys for a long time. I've known about them for a long time. People's acting all shocked that, like, really? The royal family? You know this? That's why you like them?
You know what's funny? Like in America, we every once in a while we're reminded that there's still a royal family, and we're like, how is this not just in black and white photos? How are they still here? Why do we have it? Why y'all giving them your tax money, my G?
Yeah, I think
when you try and argue to people like they are a drain on resources, they think somehow they make people want to come here. Like, huh? People go to the Loch Ness because they think there's a monster there. Like, people are still going to come here. People are still going to come here. Like,
to give them credit, though, our royal family does bring people here. All right, the Kardashians make people come to America. You know what I mean?
Okay, they've heard about, you know, that large object in the sea, and it's a different one.
Oh, we're gonna get banned from England, you know? And Calabasas, all in one shot.
We just have to do a house swap, like, you know, just, I live there, you live here.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, all right. So now that we got that out of the way and we've angered, you know, people on both continents, let's talk about football a little bit in your career, because there are, you know, we've had a couple, you know, footballing personalities that you know, from England, just you know, from Europe overall, and there is it's a fascinating, like, industry or so. Like, you guys created it yourselves, essentially, the fan channels, these popular YouTube channels where people...
Yeah, we're your fault.
The Americans like, we need some of those guys. Like, you know, we need that. Like,
you know, I mean, at least for I'll just say, like, at least for me, you know, the first one that crept into my, like, sphere was, like, Arsenal Fan TV. That was, and that's what, then I started seeing more. I don't know who came first or whatever, no judgment or whatever, but the fact that so many of these exist and that they're so popular, they're so almost preferred over the standard like journalists and pundits. How do you just feel about, you know, being in that environment and sort of and helping it grow?
To be honest, it's a dream come true for me. Like, as someone that grew up just wanting to play football or soccer on a professional level, and then obviously not being good enough, and just still being able to get as close to the game as possible. All my life, I've been going to football games, like going to Manchester United games, supporting the club with my father. So I have him to thank for a lot, like for kind of giving me that passion. And then obviously with the boom of social media and YouTube and all those kind of things, Arsenal Fan TV did come before the channel that we run, which was Full-Time Devils and now Stretford Paddock. Redmen TV were the first ones, but Arsenal Fan TV were the ones that really banged with what they were doing outside the stadium. And yeah, it just snowballed, to be honest. I didn't imagine any of this, but I also realized there's we have a responsibility as well. Yeah, we can have a little bit of a laugh and a joke and have some fun and all that kind of stuff, but also there's a lot of people that see us, do you know what I mean? And it kind of gets mad sometimes that you can say something or do something and you don't realize how many people are watching you or potentially. So that's a bit nuts. That's a bit, crazy to come to terms with. But apart from that, I've done things I would never have dreamed of. So it's just nuts, man.
When you look at, because here's the thing, like when I was in England, I was just amazed. I felt like I was home for one thing. Everywhere you turn, someone's talking about the sport. Here in America, we're the 5th most popular sport. So it's just, you sort of have to go out and find. So Christian and I make a bit more sense here because you kind of have to become the media because the media doesn't really pay attention to the sport as much. In England, everyone's talking about, who are you? You know what I mean? Like, why?
How dare you talk about
what made you think like, what this needs is more people talking about soccer? Like when you get to that point that, you're sort of at that level where people are looking at you and what you're saying and are reacting to it, and traditional media reacts to what you guys are saying, which is a huge, huge step. How do you sort of make sense of that?
I'm sure you guys can relate to this on maybe another level away from sport as well. But when we look at the media, we don't see representations of ourselves, whether that's class, race, whatever. Like we don't see representations of ourselves. So you always want to do more of it. One of the main reasons I wanted to be a part of it was because I felt like fans' voices were lost. A big part of me growing up was buying fanzines, Red Issue, United We Stand, Red News, like buying these things that gave platforms to different fans with different opinions. And that's why I got into it, because I believed in elevating what fans were saying and the debate that was ongoing between fans. Also, you guys know about the Glazers and all those kind of things. Like, the fans are kind of lost at Manchester United. So I think it's important for fans to have a voice. And that was one of the reasons why I started. But also, there aren't people like me in the media, really. So to be able to do that and be able to make other guys or girls like me think, maybe I got a chance. Like, maybe I can do something. I think that's good as well. But that's just like an additional bonus, really, as well. Like, I never expected this to happen. Do you know what I mean?
And I can also just say, you're welcome for the American contribution that the Glazers have made to Manchester United, to all of the Premier League.
I don't know what I can say or not say right now. One of the sentences that was about to come out of my mouth, I was like, let me just not say that.
Nah, we bleep out here. Go for it, baby.
Like, they have done so much. With no Vaseline, bro. Like just when you think about how much
you sound like you're about to drop a drill track. I ain't even lying.
I'm here for it. I got a beat ready to go. When I think about what we could have achieved without them and what we have achieved in spite of them, it just makes me angry, man. Like, look at what Manchester City are doing with their human rights abusing owners, and Chelsea and all these different teams, and like, just with all this, like, we have that money ourselves, but we've given it to them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but like, Manchester United, the abuse they cause is on their fans. That's all. That's the only person.
Also, Newcastle fans are like, hey, we'll take an American. You know?
They were like, we'll take a human rights abuser as well. I said that they were queuing up like, what did he do? He didn't do that.
They would have had a parade if Jeffrey Epstein was their own new owner.
All right, we'll be back with more Adam McKola right after this.
I don't know if that Jeffrey Epstein line's going to get off the show.
My name's Rachel Daly, and I waited about 20 minutes for this show to start. But yeah, I spent a great hour with the Cooligans, and I can't wait to get it live.
All right, welcome back to the Cooligans Living Room FC. We are here with Adam McKola of Stretford Paddock, and we have to talk about the derby, the Manchester derby. We're taping this a day after it happened. I'll be honest, I didn't expect that result. I don't know if you did or did not. I mean, Manchester
also,
City...
to all the English fans watching, did we pronounce it right, Derby, even though you put an E in there?
Destruction Derby. Is it the Derby, right?
It's Derby. Put a hard ER in there. the dirty Derby right there.
So Manchester United win this match 2-0. Manchester City were on an incredible run. 21 wins in a row, 28 unbeaten. Unbelievable run. No, I don't think anyone knew when exactly it would end, but the Manchester Derby was definitely a possibility. How did you react to that victory?
It was obviously a great victory. I thought we were amazing in the performance. I thought Solskjaer set us up tactically amazing, but it's so annoying, man. Like,
because it don't matter.
We dropped points against Sheffield United, West Bromwich Albion, Crystal Palace twice, and we go and beat the best team about. It just makes it that much more frustrating that, you know, the games that we've dropped points in could have made such a massive difference, and there were games that we expect to win. Like, everyone talks about the Big Six and the Big Six this and that, but the Big Six includes teams that are sitting in 10th, Alexis?
Why would you talk about and disrespect Everton? You don't know Arsenal? I believe
Everton
10th is temporary. Temporary? Okay.
But you know what I mean? They use this Big Six thing against us, but some of the teams in the top six we've done well against. So it's a bit of a myth, but we go and beat City after dropping those points, and it's just like, it's a bit frustrating, but we needed that result as well, because if City beat us, and depending on the Everton Chelsea result, as of now, we don't know what happens in that game. A team could have been right behind us, and then we would have been third, fighting for fourth.
Isn't this an example? Because when I think of, is Ole a great manager versus a good manager, you think back to how he picked incredible tactics in the Champions League, right? And now he picked incredible tactics versus City. But he is wildly inconsistent. He shows, if he was a player and he showed these flashes of brilliance in big games, you probably still wouldn't want him on your club because you're like, he doesn't do it a week in and week out. Isn't this an example of why Ole might not be the right manager?
They'd call him clutch, right, if he did that?
Yeah.
That's what they say. But I agree. Like, I want him to succeed, so I'm not one of these guys that just every bad thing he does when he smiles and all those kind of things they just go crazy about. I find those people mental, but those are the things that would make the inconsistency would make you think, can he really do it? But there's no doubting that he has improved us from where we were at the start of the season or the start of last season. Like, the changes have been maybe not as quick as we would have wanted, but they have been improvement. So I feel like he's earned the time to be able to build on what he's already done. We're still missing some key players, a right winger, a defensive midfielder, maybe a centre-back. If Cavani doesn't stay, a striker. So we still need some key players in that team. So that's why I would give him another season. But you've also got to make sure this season ends well, because at Manchester United, the pressure is high. The pressure is always on. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are, whether you're Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or Jose Mourinho, like, there will be questions asked if the results aren't there. So it's important we end the season well, maybe get a trophy, but I think he's earned the opportunity to be able to take us into next season and get some money spent. Like, we haven't backed him properly. We need to.
Yeah. One of my favorite things about, I think since I've been following the Premier League, is just the personality, the identity of the fans of every club, right? Manchester United fans have a different persona on Twitter than Arsenal fans, than Everton fans. And one thing I love, Manchester
United, of these buses are you guys going to throw me under? I mean,
there's a different energy to everybody. It's pretty interesting. But Manchester United fans, one thing I always see is, like, you look. As an Everton fan, I see y'all in second place, and I'm like, what are you complaining about? Right? But there's still so much complaining. Who are the most frustrating players for you? Because the ones I see from Manchester United fans is Fred. People are frustrated with Fred. They don't understand why he's on the team. I hear complaints about Maguire from time to time, but sometimes he can save the day. But who are the few that stand out that you feel do not deserve? Oh, not maybe not to go that extreme.
Who does deserve it and who doesn't? Because I would say who doesn't is Pogba, but you tell us.
Deserve to wear the shirt.
Pogba deserves to be at United, and it's some of the abuse that he's got over the years. I understand the abuse he gets because of his agent. I get some of that, but like some of the abuse he's got is weird because I think you saw Paul Pogba do what Bruno, maybe not, in terms of the number of goals, in terms of volume, but in terms of the performances, when Pogba arrived, he was doing that. And then slowly the team around him just dragged him down to their level. And we kind of see that with Bruno at times. If he doesn't bail us out, no one does. But on the fans, by the way, first of all, Twitter fans are just a different breed, yeah? Like, in the stadium, Manchester United fans very rarely turn on their side. Like, I remember times losing 3-0 against Liverpool with Moyes in the dugout, thinking, what the hell is going on? And we just didn't stop singing. We proper back Solskjaer in that stadium. But complaints, Fred, I get it. Look, against Manchester City, he was excellent in terms of energy, winning the ball back, tackles, all that stuff. But then when it came to passing the he can't pass win, that guy. I swear to God, he just, I don't get he's not Brazilian either. I need to check his passport. Like every time he shoots, did you see Solskjaer laugh at him for getting it close?
Yeah.
That's not a good look. You're a professional footballer, man. Like, I know it was a joke.
He's doing pretty good. He's doing pretty good out there. He looked at the camera like he tried.
Yeah, it was mad, man. I didn't, like, obviously I get it. I remember Fergie laughing at Phil Jones when Phil Jones scored, but that's Phil Jones. You're a Brazilian midfielder that costs £52 million. Like, please do some step overs or a little back heel or make me fall in love with football.
I need that joga bonito a little bit.
Man's name don't end in a vowel. That's how you know he might not really be Brazilian. What Brazilian you know just named Fred? That dude sound like he from Cleveland. We got more with Adam McKola. We get back after this.
Hello, I'm Ramesh Ranganathan, and I have been hanging out with the Cooligans. I say hanging out, I've basically blessed their show with a little bit of UK stardust. Would I say that they showed me the respect that I deserve? No, I wouldn't, but we still had a nice time. Probably won't come back, but it's been good to just make this my debut and my finale.
All right, baby, we're back on the Cooligans Living Room FC. Obviously, we're here with Adam McKola of Stretford Paddock and Adam McKola TV and True Geordie, which is, we get to see a lot of small clips of you as a guest on True Geordie, and it never seems to be when you're having a good time, It seems to be when you've gone full Irish. You're so red, you know what I mean? You're fuming, you've blown your top, as we like to say here. So I thought, I want that experience, so we're going to try to make you angry. Right? This is, let's make Adam McKola angry. That's the name of the segment. Christian and
Isn't
I...
that Manchester United's job? That's what they do.
Yeah. Sorry, Christian Glazer and Alexis Glazer are going to try to make you angry.
Okay, you need to be respectful to our father. All right?
So we don't get to actually be a part of the traditional English media. So we've made up our own headlines in that honor, in that style. Let's see if this upsets you. Huh?
You'd fit in well in the British media.
As you guys like to say, chat shit, right? This is our attempt at chatting shit about United. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the best manager if you only to compare him to former Manchester United players.
That feels like a trick. That feels like a trick question. Did we have any managers that were former players?
The Nevilles, I guess.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, that's probably true.
All right. So that sounds like a 1 or a 2?
League. Yeah, 1. 0, maybe.
Okay.
Next up, Bruno Fernandes is the greatest goal-scoring asset. Is the fact that the Premier League doesn't know how to use VAR.
What?
Because he scores all penalties.
You know what I actually love though? I love that this doesn't piss me off, so zero, but I love that is a thing now. Like, people love to say, oh, he only scores penalties. Well, great. Let him only score penalties as long as you like keep crying about it. But did anyone see him absolutely mug off the goalkeeper when he chipped him? Because that was world class. Like, forget it.
Dude, he's digging a trench. He loves his United team. All right, here we go. Let's see. Paul Pogba is such a good player that he deserves to be sold to a great club.
Where's he going to go, huh? Real Madrid. Where they're going to boo him and wave white flags at him every 5 minutes. What's going on there? Like, what the hell? Obviously, Manchester United are the place that he should be at. That kind of pissed me off. But at the same time, I kind of feel like if I was him, I can understand why he would want to leave. So I'd say a 3.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, look, I am a huge fan of Paul Pogba, and we talked about just some of the negativity that he deals with. It is we've talked about this on the show, like how much adulation and admiration should a player want, and how much should they be challenged? You know, Manchester United seems like a club that will give you more of the challenge rather than the admiration.
Do you know the problem with the debate around Paul Pogba? I'm sorry, I might go off on one here, but it's because basically there's so many facets to the debate around Paul Pogba. In Britain, we obviously have this media that tends to hound him, and we know the only reason they say or do certain things around Paul Pogba is because he's a French black Muslim guy that likes to dance and is always happy. That's the only reason that some of them go against him. But what that does, because that exists here, it ruins the actual genuine football debate about him. Because then when someone who rightly so can say, well, he hasn't been consistent, or X, or his agent's in it, dickhead, or whatever, like, people can say those things, that gets lost in the rubbish around there about Paul Pogba. That's a fair debate, but it's also fair to say, since he arrived at this club, he's been one of, if not our best player, with like David De Gea and all that. So I think it's a little bit unfair as well.
Okay. Yeah, but you know, at least we did get that was it Gary Souness? The meme of him, Souness, of him just like losing, always criticizing Pogba for literally involving him in every kind of debate is great. It makes me laugh literally every single time. The
Still
joke
a great meme.
Well, the joke will never die. Okay, next up, will this piss off Adam McKola? It should be called soccer.
What do the Brazilians call it?
Futebol.
Because I'm going to go,
Futebol.
they call it, so it's football, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Y'all invented the word soccer.
Usually was so not confident about NFL being called football that you called it American football. That's how little confidence you had in claiming the word football. Like, we're gonna call this football, but we know something else exists, so just throw American on that. Yeah.
I feel like that
annoys me in the same way they say that the NFL when someone in the NFL Super Bowl, when they win, they call them world champions. Bro, you're like the only ones playing.
So find me someone else playing that sport, and then we'll stop. All right, I got one. De Gea just celebrated the birth of his baby, and he said it reminded him of his time at United because the hospital couldn't keep clean sheets.
That's kind of bad because he's the goalkeeper. So what does that say about him if he's saying that?
Okay, how about this? Jesse Lingard is playing well again because he finally has a manager that understands tactics.
And it's your former manager.
I can't even speak no more of dysfunction. Do you know who that manager is, right? 2013 did happen. Like, people saw that, innit? 2013, 2014.
Are we getting to an 8 with Adam? I feel like we're getting to an 8.
He went to Sociedad. Did you not see that?
Yeah.
Yes, and the fluent Spanish speaker, David Morris, was quite impressive. Yeah.
I got one. This is a quote. Ed Woodward gets a lot of hate, but every one of his decisions has helped us a ton, says Pep Guardiola.
You could have stopped that hate and I would have been right with you, brother. Like, I'd just been with you like, That's correct. And I'm not angry. But yeah, the rest of that, he deserves... Look, hate is a really strong word, right? I hate the Glazers. And
Hate is such a strong word. I hate the Glazers.
Let me use it in a sentence, okay?
I don't... But I don't hate Ed Woodward because he is just a result of them. Do you know what I mean? I can't stand him all the same, but he's just part of them. He may as well join the family and change his name. Like, so I can't... Yeah, but he deserves abuse, man.
Okay. Last
Read
one.
number 13, because
Okay.
I think this will make him pop.
Okay. United transfer target and English international Jack Grealish said if and when he moves, he hopes to go to a massive club. And if that doesn't happen, he'll consider United.
Use like Aches in his old tweets, right? Use like Aches in his old tweets. I seen them tweets. I seen them tweets. He loves Manchester United, man. And he's at Aston Villa. I know I live in Birmingham. It might get tricky for me out of these streets. But he's at Aston Villa. Like, come on now. Let's play sensibly.
I thought we were going to get him.
Okay. All right. Hopefully we angered Adam McKola as much as we possibly could. But we'll be
I'm going
back.
to tweet you some abuse from a ghost account.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think we're just too funny, you know? Or maybe we don't have enough body hair like True Jordan, you know what I mean?
We'll be back with more Adam McKola of Stretford Paddock. Come right back. All right, another one in the books. Thank you so much to Adam McKola for joining us. Absolutely crushed
Incredible.
it.
Incredible.
Thank you for bringing that Red Devil energy that we've been missing on the show. Adam, is there anything you want to let people know about before we sign off?
just find us on Stretford Paddock on YouTube and all the socials as well. Adam McKola, obviously on the kickoff as well. Yeah, you'll find me about and hopefully be back with you boys soon. I love being on the show, man.
Oh, it was great,
fun.
dude. We'd love to have you back.
Thank you so much. All right. The other, I guess, and a reminder to everybody else, make sure you follow us at Tucker Cooligans on all social platforms, at Fubo Sports, and subscribe to the Fubo Sports YouTube channel for full episodes of the program. All right. A couple other pieces of business. Adam, we do a goal celebration GIF with our guests. Please, if you're playing Stretford Paddock FC and you score
and
against...
the Glazers said if you score a goal, they'll sell the team.
What's your goal celebration look like?
If they said that to me, I'd run up to the director's box like this.
Did I hear that correctly? You know?
Did I hear you? Did I hear cha-ching?
Stop swearing at that.
Absolutely brilliant, man. Again, thank you so much to Adam McKola for joining us. Make sure follow him, support his work, especially if you are a Manchester United fan. Incredibly entertaining. So let us end the show the way we normally do, as is tradition. So for Adam McKola, my name is Christian Polanco.
And I'm Alexis Guerreros.
And together, what are we?
The
Cooligans! I thought I was getting set up there and you were going to just leave it to me.
I know you did. I saw it in your eyes.
Everybody
every
thinks
time.